Happy Memorial Day weekend. Anyhow, I'm watching this thing on the news, man. The teen takeovers, they're calling it, man. With all the violence and disruption of business. And man, that is awful. Okay, I mean, I'm not trying to minimize that, but that's not the first thing I notice. First thing I notice is like, man, these kids have some great goddamn cardio. I mean, they are doing some impressive shit. Fighting takes up a lot of energy, man, but they're like, fighting, duking, shadow boxing, then running full sprint, you know, 40 fucking feet and doing it again. And then, like, doing like a parkour obstacle course, jumping over benches and hanging from the fake trees in the mall. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, damn, that's impressive, young man. I hope you turn your life around, because acting like that, it's not looking good for you. But in the meantime, man, kudos to your gym teacher or whatever. And I'll say the other thing I wanted to talk about just real quick. Excuse me, sorry. Um, pardon me. I was having this discussion with what I believe, and you never know who's who on the internet, but I believe it was a young black lady. I want to say, no older than millennial, based upon the strength of her intellectual arguments and the grammar she used, and stuff like that. So, and this isn't a diss on that young lady, okay? I want to make that very clear. I'm not trying to denigrate her at all. I think she just says a very limited view of the universe, okay, and life in America. And I think that she's been heavily influenced by incredibly strong cultural teachings to view her history and all history through the lens of victimization. And that is not some, dog whistle to extremist views. Okay, I'm not trying to say that slavery wasn't terrible or that racism didn't happen. It was pretty goddamn horrific, especially from my point of view, that they lost their history for the most part. That's, I love the book Roots. Never saw the miniseries. Anyhow, this young lady seems to possess this viewpoint that white people have this incredible inherent advantage in the system. Generational racism. I mean, in the past, sure. This is 2026. That hand is just played out. And again, that's not to minimize anything your ancestors went through. But you didn't go through it. Society has made genuine efforts, to repair the damage that slavery and Jim Crow racism caused. The effectiveness of those programs can be debated elsewhere. But regardless, good faith efforts were made, and we're tired of paying. Not just financially, but emotionally. Man. Part of it is because nothing we ever do will be good enough. I get that now. It doesn't matter that I voted for Obama twice. It doesn't matter that best friend I ever had was black, and when he died, I paid for his funeral and made sure his family was okay till they got on their feet. There is nothing I could go back in time and save Martin Luther King from being assassinated. It would not be enough, man. I mean, trust me, I get it. I'm white. I'm old. I'm male. 3 strikes. Okay. But just please, don't pretend that you're the only one who has it hard. Life is hard for everyone. Everybody is fighting a battle. And some people have it easier by dint of race, or class, the luck of genetics. All men are not created equal. Love the Constitution. Love our founding documents. But come on. All men are not created equal. And that's life. That's part of life, man. That's part of the unfairness of that is part of why life is hard. Now, you can't excise one from the other. I wish we could. I wish we could. But we can't. And every day, man, every morning, crack of dawn, you hear the rooster crow. You can make one of 2 choices. You can be a victim, or you can do your best. Sometimes, the victim, it's like sitting in a big lazy boy recliner like I am. It's comfortable, hard to get out of. Not very good for you, and you're not going to accomplish it. Except some emotional gratification, I suppose. We'd all like to blame our problems on somebody else. Lord knows I'm not guilty of not doing that in the past myself. So I'm not judging. But man, it's like every day, every morning, you can make a different choice. You can be somebody new. Or do your best to be somebody new. I wish you all out there the best of luck. Sometimes, you just got to go through it. But there is another side. Take care.